Hey everyone, welcome back to our APIGURU channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm Damien Thorn here. On this channel we share everything you need to know about APIs. Today we will explore the different sections of an API playbook and share best practices for creating one. Let's get started. We frequently receive inquiries from companies about how to effectively document and share their API program knowledge across distributed teams. That's where the API playbook comes in. The API Playbook is a dynamic guide that outlines your API program's overall direction and strategy, ensuring consistency and clarity throughout your organization. When examining the digital value chain, every component plays a crucial role in the API Playbook. For instance, how will you ensure the security of your APIs? What processes will be established to connect to your backend services? Additionally, how will you engage with your community and customers to guarantee the success of your API program? Addressing these questions, among others, is essential for a comprehensive and effective API strategy. The playbook outlines your comprehensive approach to API management. It includes essential standards that all APIs within the organization must adhere to, best practices for designing user-friendly and consistent APIs, and effective workflows for API producing teams to deliver high-quality APIs rapidly and at scale. Your playbook should concentrate on 6 key areas: your organization structure, best practices, API design decisions, development requirements, API management and deployment processes, and overall support guidelines. Importantly, this should be a living document that evolves based on industry best practices and the insights of your team members, ensuring it remains relevant and practical. Here's a concise summary of the elements typically included in an API playbook. Since every business is unique, each API playbook must be tailored to reflect that organization's specific needs and characteristics. Let's delve into the core topics and the information you should provide in each section. Let's start with the section APIs in your organization. The playbook should define API ownership and clarify who is responsible for each API and its lifecycle. It should outline a federated model that enables different teams to manage APIs collaboratively while maintaining autonomy. Roles and responsibilities should be articulated, including those of product owners, development teams, and the API governance team. Emphasizing the importance of accountability and clear communication among teams will be crucial for successful API ownership. The playbook should define the community of practice to promote knowledge sharing and collaboration among API teams. This community can facilitate regular meetings, workshops, and knowledge sharing sessions to discuss best practices, challenges, and innovations. A governance framework should also be detailed, defining API design, security, and versioning policies. This framework should include guidelines for documentation, testing, and a review process for new APIs to ensure they adhere to organizational standards. The playbook should outline the structure and management of the API program within the organization. It should define metrics and key performance indicators to track API success and performance, such as usage statistics and error rates. The playbook should also address lifecycle management processes, including onboarding new APIs, maintaining existing ones, and deprecating outdated APIs. Emphasizing a continuous improvement mindset will encourage teams to iterate on API design and functionality based on user feedback. The playbook should categorize the different types of APIs used within the organization. It should clearly distinguish between internal APIs, which are utilized for internal integration and data sharing, partner APIs, which are shared with trusted external partners, and public APIs, which are accessible to third-party developers. Providing specific examples of APIs within each category, their intended purposes, and use cases will help clarify their roles and importance within the organization. The playbook should define the structure and the roles of the API team responsible for developing and managing APIs. It should specify key positions such as API product owner, API architect, API developer, and QA engineer, and encourage cross-functional collaboration to enhance teamwork and communication. Identifying essential skills required for the API team, including design, security, and testing expertise, will help ensure team members are well prepared for their responsibilities. Additionally, outlining available training resources and collaboration tools will support the team's development and effectiveness. Let's move on to the section Successful Ways of Working. The playbook should outline the use of agile methodologies in the software development lifecycle. It should emphasize the importance of iterative development, collaboration, and flexibility in responding to changing requirements. Key practices like sprint planning, daily stand-ups, and retrospectives should be included to promote continuous improvement and alignment with business objectives. A robust quality assurance strategy is essential for delivering reliable APIs. The playbook should detail testing protocols, including functional, performance, and security testing. It should also highlight the role of the QA engineers in collaborating with development teams to identify issues early and ensure that APIs meet established quality standards before they reach production. The playbook should introduce test-driven development as a fundamental practice. It should explain how TDD encourages writing tests before coding, leading to better design and more reliable APIs. By integrating TDD into the development process, teams can ensure that every feature is validated by automated tests, fostering a culture of quality and accountability. Mocking strategies should be discussed to facilitate independent development and testing. The playbook should explain how creating mock versions of APIs allows developers to simulate interactions and validate integration points without relying on actual services. This approach helps refine API design and ensures that APIs are user-friendly and meet consumer expectations. Automation is crucial for improving efficiency in API development. The playbook should detail the role of automation in tasks such as testing, deployment, and monitoring. It should outline the establishment of continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines to streamline the release process. Additionally, it should emphasize the importance of automated performance monitoring and alerting to identify and resolve issues in production quickly. Let's move on to the section Designing Your APIs. The playbook should define what constitutes an API product within the organization. It should emphasize viewing APIs as products that provide value to developers and stakeholders. Each API product should have a clear purpose, target audience, and set of features. For example, an API that provides weather data could serve developers building applications in industries like travel or agriculture. Defining product goals and success metrics will help teams focus on delivering APIs that effectively meet developers' needs. Outside-in design is a user-centered approach that prioritizes the needs and experiences of API consumers from the outset. The playbook should encourage teams to gather input from API consumers during the design process, ensuring that APIs are intuitive and aligned with their expectations. By employing user personas and journey mapping techniques, teams can visualize how consumers will interact with the API. This approach not only enhances usability but also fosters greater adoption and satisfaction. An organized URI structure is crucial for API usability and discoverability. The playbook should provide guidelines for defining domains and structuring URIs consistently and meaningfully. It's essential to use clear descriptive paths that reflect the resource hierarchy, such as users, user ID, orders to access a specific user's orders. This logical organization not only aids in navigation but also improves the overall developer experience by making APIs easier to understand and use. API versioning is vital for maintaining backwards compatibility and managing changes over time. The playbook should outline strategies for versioning APIs such as URI versioning, for example /v1/users, or header versioning. It's important to communicate version changes clearly to users, providing them with information on new features or breaking changes. By implementing a thoughtful versioning strategy, teams can evolve their APIs while minimizing consumer disruption. Pagination is essential for managing large datasets in APIs, enhancing performance and user experience. The playbook should explain the importance of pagination in responses, allowing consumers to retrieve data in manageable chunks. Techniques like limit offset or cursor-based pagination can be employed with clear documentation on how to use them. For example, an API that returns a list of products could allow users to request 20 items at a time, improving response times and reducing load on the server. Effective error handling is critical for guiding users through issues when interacting with APIs. The playbook should outline best practices for returning meaningful error messages and status codes. Instead of generic messages, APIs should provide specific details about what went wrong and how to resolve the issue. For instance, if a requested resource is not found, returning a 404 status with a message like "User not found with ID 12,345 inches" is far more helpful than a simple error. Implementing consistent error handling improves the developer experience and facilitates faster troubleshooting. Let's move on to the section Developing Your APIs. The playbook should outline the fundamental security measures necessary for protecting APIs. It should discuss the importance of authentication and authorization, detailing methods such as OAuth, API keys, and JWT, JSON Web Tokens. The playbook should also address the significance of securing sensitive data, implementing rate limiting to prevent abuse, and regularly conducting security audits. Additionally, it should emphasize the need for compliance with industry standards and regulations to safeguard user data and maintain trust. Logging is essential for monitoring API performance and diagnosing issues. The playbook should guide what to log, including request and response data, error messages, and user actions. It should emphasize the importance of structured logging to facilitate easier analysis and troubleshooting. Additionally, the playbook should discuss best practices for log retention and management, ensuring that sensitive information is handled appropriately while enabling teams to track and analyze API usage effectively. The playbook should address the need for data transformation in APIs, which allows for adapting data formats between different systems or services. It should detail strategies for transforming data in requests and responses, including serialization and deserialization techniques. The section should also emphasize the importance of maintaining data integrity during transformation processes and ensuring that the API adheres to established standards for data formats such as JSON or XML. Orchestration involves coordinating multiple API calls to achieve complex workflows or processes. This section should outline best practices for designing orchestrated APIs, including managing dependencies and handling failures in a multi-step process. The playbook should discuss the benefits of orchestration frameworks or tools that can streamline API interactions, improve performance, and enhance the user experience by providing a unified response to complex requests. Key value maps are essential for managing configuration data and dynamic parameters in APIs. The playbook should explain how to implement key value maps for flexible data storage and retrieval. This section should cover the use of key value stores and their role in improving API performance and scalability. Additionally, it should address best practices for managing key value pairs, including naming conventions and version control to ensure data consistency and accessibility. Establishing secure connections is crucial for protecting data in transit. This section should emphasize using HTTPS to encrypt data exchanged between clients and servers. The playbook should also discuss the importance of implementing certificates and ensuring proper validation to prevent man-in-the-middle attacks. Furthermore, it should highlight the significance of regularly updating security protocols and configurations to keep pace with evolving security threats. Let's move on to the section API management. The playbook should outline the various environments used throughout the API development lifecycle, including development, testing, staging, and production. It should define the purpose of each environment and the specific requirements for deploying APIs within them. Best practices for managing deployments, such as blue-green or canary releases, should be discussed to minimize downtime and ensure a smooth transition between versions. Additionally, the playbook should emphasize the importance of rollback strategies in case of deployment failures. Source code management is critical for maintaining version control and collaboration among development teams. The playbook should outline the tools and practices for effective SCM, including using Git repositories and branching strategies. It should detail guidelines for committing code, merging changes, and managing pull requests to ensure a smooth workflow. Additionally, maintaining comprehensive documentation alongside source code should be emphasized to facilitate knowledge sharing and onboarding of new team members. Continuous integration is a practice that enables teams to integrate code changes frequently, improving software quality and reducing integration issues. The playbook should describe the CI process, including automated testing and validation of code upon each commit. It should also recommend tools for implementing CI pipelines and emphasize the importance of running unit tests and other automated checks to catch errors early in the development cycle. Establishing a culture of frequent integration will help teams deliver higher quality APIs more efficiently. Continuous delivery builds on CI by ensuring code changes are automatically prepared for production release. The playbook should outline the principles of CD, including automated deployment processes and the importance of always maintaining a reliable and deployable state. It should describe how to implement deployment pipelines that automate the release process, allowing teams to deploy changes with minimal manual intervention. Highlighting the benefits of rapid release cycles will encourage teams to adopt CD practices for improved agility and responsiveness. Monitoring is essential for maintaining the health and performance of APIs in production. This section should detail best practices for implementing monitoring solutions that provide real-time insights into API usage, performance metrics, and error rates. It should emphasize the importance of setting up alerts for critical issues and promptly establishing a process for responding to production errors. The playbook should also encourage the use of logging and analytics tools to track user interactions and identify areas for improvement. Data and analytics are crucial in understanding API performance and user behavior. This section should outline how to collect and analyze data related to API usage, including metrics such as response times, error rates, and user engagement. The playbook should recommend tools and techniques for visualizing this data and generating actionable insights. By leveraging analytics, teams can make informed decisions about API enhancements and identify opportunities for optimizing performance and user experience. Let's move on to the section supporting API consumers. The developer portal is the primary resource for developers interacting with the API. The playbook should outline the portal's features and functionalities, including API documentation, interactive API explorers, and onboarding resources. It should emphasize the importance of providing clear, up-to-date documentation that includes code examples, usage guidelines, and best practices. Additionally, the playbook should recommend tools for creating a user-friendly interface that fosters easy navigation and enhances the developer experience. Building a strong developer community around the API fosters collaboration and knowledge sharing. The playbook should describe initiatives to engage with the community, such as forums, user groups, and social media channels. It should encourage developers to share their experiences, provide feedback, and contribute to the API's evolution. Highlighting the benefits of community engagement, such as access to peer support and collaboration opportunities, will help promote a vibrant ecosystem around the API. A well-curated FAQ section can significantly reduce the number of support inquiries and enhance user experience. This part of the playbook should outline developers' common questions and concerns when using the API, along with clear, concise answers. It should be regularly updated based on user feedback and emerging trends. Including categories for questions such as authentication, error handling, and performance will make it easier for developers to find the necessary information quickly. Providing robust support and troubleshooting resources is essential for helping developers resolve issues effectively. The playbook should detail the support channels available, such as email, chat, or ticketing systems, and outline the expected response times. It should also include guidelines for submitting support requests, including necessary information that can help expedite the resolution. Additionally, troubleshooting guides should cover common issues and solutions to empower developers to resolve problems independently. An established escalation path is crucial for addressing complex issues that require higher-level intervention. The playbook should outline the steps developers should follow if their issues remain unresolved after initial support. It should specify who to contact at different levels of escalation and the criteria for escalating a support request. Clarifying the escalation process will ensure developers feel supported and can access further assistance. The playbook should compile a list of internal and external resources to aid developers in their work with the API. Internal resources may include internal documentation, knowledge bases, and development tools. External resources might encompass third-party libraries, community forums, and relevant articles or tutorials. Providing a well-organized list of resources will empower developers to find the information and tools they need to be successful. Overall, an API playbook is an essential tool that guides teams in delivering high-quality APIs and fosters a collaborative, secure, and innovative environment. By leveraging the principles and practices outlined in the playbook, organizations can maximize the impact of their APIs and drive greater value for their users and stakeholders. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and let me know what you think or if you have any questions in the comments. Look out for our next video in which we will explore how to develop APIs using an agile approach.